Well, FUT Fantasy player leaks are in. We've got news about SBCs, hero SBCs as well, and just players coming in the team here for this promo. Also, we're going to talk about one of the problems with content right now on player SBCs. And we'll also open the icon pick for the end of this video today. So I'm sure there's more things I forgot. If you guys missed yesterday's video, I did upload the video of rating and fixing your guys' team. So we did upload that. It was a really fun video to make, honestly. So I'll probably do that a lot more often on the channel. So subscribe if you're new. I love you. And let's get into whatever this was today. If you guys want to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. The link is in the description. Use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. We got Loic Bade, who came out, and it's definitely a Bade SBC. The reason this SBC is so bad, honestly, is because they purposely made the stats worse on this card because he fits into the Future Stars Evo that is out right now. And it sucks because I think this card has potential, honestly, if they made it just a little bit better to where they weren't worried about the Future Stars Evo, because I like a lot of parts about this card. The passing is pretty nice. Dribbling is there for center back. 95 strength to go along with good play styles as well. Relentless for center back, I think, is kind of a nice little thing to have as well. Slide tackle plus, obviously not great, but it sucks because the reason this card is just not that great is because of the evolution. It's only 84 rated with one team in the week, so I do like that, but they only are making it that cheap because they know the card's not that good. Because they want you to go to the store here, or sorry, not the store. I mean, basically, it might as well be the store at this point. The evolutions tab and pay $75k or $3.50 to, upgrade your card here. And it kind of sucks because you can really only pick one. So this Wilhelmsdotter, if I said that name right, I'll give myself a pat on the back for that one, even though there is absolutely no way I did. You have to only really pick one of these. So they made Wilhelmsdotter. They made her not quite as good because they knew this Evo was a thing. They also made that first card in the season not quite as good because they knew that one also would fit into the Evo. And the Yunus Musa card, I actually really like that they made just good, and then he can fit into the Evo. But the problem is, the Evo actually expires relatively soon. You kind of really got to grind the XP out in order to get that Yunus Musa to put into the Evo. The Evo actually expires, or unlock within there, is only 3 days. So on one hand, I like the fact that, we can have an evolution to where we can upgrade these lower end promo cards. But I also don't like that they're making them worse on purpose because this Evo's out and it's paid. So the idea is there, which usually is with EA. The idea is oftentimes there, but the execution of it, in my opinion, not so great, I'll be honest. But all right, let's begin with Fantasy FUT leaks. We've got the first SBC leak, and that's Timo Werner. Sheriff did say this is the wrong pace here. The stats are just prediction, but he'll probably have like low 90s pace. Remember, it is also an upgradable card. So I'm sure with the links and stuff, Werner is going to be a very popular SBC to complete here. This is kind of a reminder immediately here. You might as well save your fodder and not do these icon picks and things like that right now, because we're probably going to have some really nice SBCs during Fantasy FUT. We got a couple more to talk about as well here in this video alone. We got Delict on the way as well to come as a Fantasy FUT player, and all the comments just say 0 upgrades, let's go. 0 upgrades with Tuchel, and that might be true, but let's hope Bayern can get some results out of this. But yeah, Delict on the way. Third card leaked is Ferland Mendy. So, most years it takes a while to get our first Ferland Mendy card. This year, though, EA, they know what is going to make them a lot of money. And we've got FUT Centurions Mendy, we've got Dynasties Mendy, and now we have Fantasy FUT Mendy. So we somehow have ended up here with 3 special Ferland Mendy cards before we've even gotten one of Rolfo, who remember the start of the year, everybody was hyping her up. She was actually insane at the start of this year, honestly. I loved using her, which still never sounds right, but the fact we don't have a single one of her, and we have now the 3rd Mendy special card already, and it's February. So just odd choices here. I'm not exactly sure, why it's the case, but it's just FIFA hype is why they picked Mendy, and that's really it. He's the best left back in the game for most of the year. By the way, the road to the final tracker, Pedri got his upgrade, 1 upgrade. Zambo and Guisa got 1 upgrade, and Galeno ended up with 2 upgrades after they beat Arsenal. If you happen to have that card still, congratulations. You're gonna get up to an 88 rated there. And then we got news also that 2 fantasy heroes are set to come as SBCs soon. So this is another reason why immediately, don't spend your fodder on gamble picks like I've been doing. I'm just doing it for, random entertainment for me and content for you guys. We're probably gonna get at least one of these as like a super meta SBC. It might be pretty expensive, but it should be pretty good because they're also upgradable, right? Last year, Janola got an upgrade. I think almost all the heroes ended up with at least getting like a +1 inform upgrade on these stats. So also, guys, hero compensation is live. Some people got 4 picks. So this has started to roll out here. It's not fully rolled out because EA have not tweeted about it yet. Usually when everything is finished, they actually tweet out saying, hey, the rollout's done and you should have your picks by now. If you've not received yours, don't panic yet. It might come eventually. Now, there was rumors that some people that got this compensation didn't actually open any pack to get the compensation for, but obviously those people could just be like misremembering or even just lying, honestly. I only saw a couple people saying that. It could be true though, and you know, knowing EA, anything's possible. And also, Udogi has to come out today, and Razzer, who's got, you know, some sort of inside source in his Discord or something like that, said, I mixed up the dates, thought it was Thursday. Udogi tomorrow. This is before content even today or yesterday now. So that means that he means Udogi would come out on Thursday. And obviously he has to, because that would be the last time he could come out because the promo starts on Friday. So we will be seeing Udogi today, it looks like. A Liga Player of the Month nominees: Lewandowski, Valverde, Llorente, Yuri Berchiche, and Budimir. Now, I'll be honest with you, I have absolutely no idea who should win this. If you guys know in the comments, let me know who's kind of the favorite for this. I've not seen that graphic that shows like goals and assists or anything like that. But Valverde and Llorente would both be usable. Honestly, they really probably both would be. But please, EA, make them juiced. I don't care who wins it. If it's Budimir, I don't care. Give him a sick card, please. Also, I'm seeing a lot of word on Twitter from like a lot of people, honestly, that apparently since the patch on Thursday, the gameplay is like unplayable. It's terrible. I've only played Weekend League. I only played on, I think it was like Sunday. I could be wrong about that. I think it was Sunday. And I just thought the gameplay was its usual self, like not great, but fine. I've not played Rivals at all since the patch because I don't want to subject myself to literal psychological torture. But Nick is not happy. How do you find a way to make the piece of dumpster trash even more shit? Not everyone plays this for the casino slots. And he said, anyone saying I'm complaining, fuck off and go work for this clown show. Okay, looking at the market, you already know what I'm going to talk about because we got big SBCs on the way, which means it's time to invest in fodder, because it's always time to invest in fodder, in my opinion. 89s, 29 to 30,000. They're some of the cheapest they've been in a long time. Same with 88s. They're actually up a little bit from where they were. They were like 20,000 at their cheapest, you know, about 22. But honestly, 88, 89s, 90s, 91s, I will be super down for. Aftermarket matchups probably today, honestly. Go in club stock. I think that if we get a couple good hero SBCs, these guys could go to the moon. They could easily skyrocket. Werner's coming out, and Werner might be extremely good as well. It's been a while since we got like an SBC that's almost a must complete. We had him during Team of the Year. Maybe you could argue that like Bruno Fernandes was kind of a must complete, possibly, even though I actually didn't complete him. But there were some that were really, really good. It's been, you know, a month since then, so I feel like we're due for one of those. And high red especially I'm in love with. But, you know, if you want to club stock 83s, I always love that because 83s are discard, and you can't possibly lose coins on them. And if you want to buy future stars cards and icon cards too, I think that actually, well, they're already actually rising up a little bit right now. Portland, I think, is up like 10k already. He's 210, and where was he? Yeah, it says 205, so he's probably about 200k. Maybe he's up right around 10k, but they're still very low. And I think that the reason I like these more than usual is because of the fact that Fantasy FUT will probably be very expensive. However, if we get a very good SBC or two that are relatively cheap, then yeah, we could see some crashes in some cards that are in the same position, but it's impossible to know what position, so you kind of just got to trade around that and like not really think about that too much, because apart from Werner, who you know is a striker, it's hard to be like, yeah, what if we got a Ginola SBC, don't buy left wingers? It's like you can't really prepare for any of that. So I actually think these cards are decent buys, and even the icons too I actually kind of like. Let's read your comments and then let's open the pick. At Cyber FM says, last FIFA I went through 2 controllers. I've already been through 4 this year. Listen, I mean, in my opinion, if it's that bad for your mental health that you're breaking controllers that much playing this game, I would find something else to play, because there are, if you like video games, and I know it's not going to give you the same fix that FIFA does because of the fact it's football. You probably love football, squad building aspects. There's lots of different aspects you can't really get anywhere else. But I recommend you probably take some breaks more often and play some other games mixed in with FIFA, because then I think you're just less kind of stuck on the fact that this game is not very good, because it's not very good, and everybody knows that. This game isn't worth your time breaking controllers, spending $60 4 times now on a new controller every month. You know this game is bad. Like, you know it, and everybody knows it, so don't get so upset about it, or try not to at least, and that's a lot easier said than done, right? A lot easier said than done. But if you're a person who's like breaking controllers and stuff like that, or like raging super hard at the game, I would recommend either just quitting altogether or find a healthy balance between playing other games and playing this one, because obviously whatever's happening right now is probably not good. At Ovid says, NBA 2K just released their first 100 rated card. eafc is going to have to do that for FUTties, since the only way TOTS will be special is if they're an average of 98 rated cards. So the power curve the last couple of years has worked like this. They really send it up super fast to get past the gold teams, right? It kind of goes up. In the first first couple months really fast, then it kind of stagnates. Even during Team of the Year, you know, the Team of the Year cards themselves obviously break the power curves because they're the best cards in the game usually. But we usually have a 3 to 4 month kind of just like stagnant power curve the last couple of years here in terms of stats. Now, what's not stagnant this year, the power curve, they kind of had a genius way of doing this, was the playstyles, right? So now we have 2 playstyle pluses, and cards can be the same rating and have the same face card stats, but one can be significantly better because it has a different playstyle plus. So now you're looking at Team of the Seasons are probably going to be extremely high rated like usual. They're just going to have 3 playstyle pluses now, which does make them a lot better than the card with 1 playstyle plus if it had the exact same stats. So of course they maybe one day do reach up into the triple digit ratings because, you know, I think FIFA Mobile even does that, I want to say, but I think they're not going to do that. I don't think they're planning on doing that. I think they're, you know, the play styles is their way of kind of getting around that. At Intisure, I want to say, wait a second. I didn't read this one. Can't sleep, waiting for Chew Boy's thoughts on whether rain will be wet. Yeah, the riveting Chew Boy discourse. How is Lucio? Worth buying? Need to replace Vidic. Which ones you suggest around 800k? I actually really like Lucio a lot. And it's funny because I was thinking to myself, when I look at Lucio's stats and the fact that he has block plus, I'm always sitting here kind of like, well, I wonder if I could upgrade him. I tried Carlos Alberto in that same exact spot because I'm like, okay, a 90 pace center back with Anticipate Plus, it's gotta be better than Lucio, I feel like, right? But I actually like Lucio better at center back than almost anyone I've tried this year that I've attempted to replace him with. I just always liked Lucio more. I'm not sure what it is exactly. You know, he doesn't have Anticipate. You know, he doesn't have almost any defending playstyles that I like. But he's one of those guys like Cafu, where I think defending play styles are probably the least important, or sorry, less important than the offensive play styles. Does that make sense? You can find defenders that are really good without play styles. It's really hard to find that with attackers. But yeah, the only player I really use as significantly better than Lucio, in my opinion, or maybe not even significantly, but just definitely better, is Maldini. Honestly, I think Maldini is better. I'm not even sure about the base Maldini. I just think this Maldini here, this 93 one, is definitely better, I would say for sure. And outside of that, I think Lucio is really, really good. And keep in mind, I've not used Ruben Diaz or Van Dijk Team of the Year, or Bright, actually. I've used Renard Team of the Year, and she was great. She's probably better than Lucio as well. So Team of the Years I'm kind of not counting in this, but Lucio is very good. All right, let's open this icon pick, and let's do a nation reveal, actually. Here we go. Let's rip it open and see if we can get something decent in this pick. We get England, Spain, and England. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, let's do the first English stat reveal. 84 physical, shite, utter shite, 78 dribbling. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. All right, here's the Spanish one. Could it be Butragueño? Nope, it's 84 intercepted. That's Xavi, actually, isn't it? Right? It's gotta be Xavi. Yeah, it's gotta be. Yep, that's shite. Guys, we might be in big, big trouble here. 75 physical, English player. Okay, we're gonna act like none of that happened. And I hope you guys get something better than I did. And in fact, I hope you guys didn't really craft this because we got more SBCs on the way that you probably would rather spend your fodder on. So thank you for watching, and I love you all. See you in this video very soon. Peace.